I don't know what you're talking about. Honestly, I don't, darling. Here, I'll tell you one thing, Blakey. Oh, God, this has made my day.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm at a beautiful little village, and I'm outside St Peter's burial ground. I'm going to spin it round so you can see, which is in Bewdley, Salterton. Turn the camera. You'd think I could do it professionally, wouldn't you? There we are, St Peter's burial ground. And down there is the green in the distance. We're going to go find Reg Varney's plaque, which is on a bench to celebrate him. And we're going to go see where I believe that his ashes have been scattered with his wife. She's got a stone, and we're going to head in there now. Of course, Reg Varney, an actor of many accomplishments, but the most important one that everyone will remember, and which I remember as a kid, which I liked as a kid, but it looks a bit cheesy now, but it's still funny slightly, was On the Buses. And of course he played Stan Butler, and then we had the leering Jack Harper, you know, with the teeth. Do you remember the teeth? Looking at all the women, it was ridiculous, wasn't it? They overplayed it, but they got away with it at the time. I mean, it was very corny. It was a bit like Carry On, wasn't it? But I used to like Arthur. Do you remember Arthur with his wife Olive? And she were all dressed up, very plain, with the glasses on. I mean, in real life, she was quite nice. She was a lovely looking woman, but they made her up to look, you know, very plain, and he used to complain about her all the time. And of course, there was nothing going on. Yeah, it was a funny comedy. And then he had, you don't remember her name so much, she was called Mabel. That was his mum, and they all lived with the mum in the same house, didn't they? Yeah, really, really funny comedy. Look, I'm going to show you the place so you can get an idea, and I know approximately where he is, but it's a small one, it's not big, and I'm hoping there's going to be something about On the Buses when we get to it. Give it a full spin. There we are. It's nice, isn't it? Reg really wasn't going to be in show business, but his father pushed him towards it. He was playing the accordion at church, and people noticed him and said he's good. So his father, he could sing, he could dance, he could play the accordion. So his father pushed him forward, and an agent said, yeah, okay, we'll work with him. And he got together and got a 20-minute routine going. And he made a story up, which was completely fictional. And he said, they call him the little man from Dublin. He was little because when he was very young he got double pneumonia, and it kind of twisted the valves of his heart. And he used to say when he was young, if he ran, he'd go all blotchy, skinned, you know. And it stunted his growth, but he did grow a little bit more when he got into his late teens. But basically he was a very short man. So he became the little man from Dublin, which was totally fictitious. And the funny bit was that he was doing the routines on the stage, and he was introduced as this little man from Dublin, but then they got closer to where he actually lived, and he was still doing the same routine, and of course they all knew him. They knew him from the village, and so it didn't work out, and they said, what's all that? You're not the little man from Dublin at all. You know, so that was how he got into show business. He was very dedicated. When he got the job on the buses, he went for his PVC licence so he could drive a bus, but the laws changed, and they decided that when the series started that they wouldn't actually let him drive, and they got sort of stunt drivers in to do the bus driving. But it showed you how dedicated he was. He was you know, willing to do all that effort. And of course one of the stars of the show was Blakey Blake, the character, and he was very dour, wasn't he? He used to have the Hitler moustache, and he used to shout things like, I'll get you, Butler. Very dour, very dour. Yeah, but a corker, that guy. He actually went on to do a lot of work afterwards, which not all of them did. Bob Grant, who played Jack Harper, the leering one, was quite sad really, because he didn't work much after On the Buses. He found it very difficult, and he suffered from severe depression. And what happened was he actually tried to kill himself, and on the third occasion later in his life, when the work had dried up and the bills were coming in and he just couldn't cope anymore, unfortunately he killed himself. So what appeared a very jovial chap in real life had his problems. It's a shame, that, isn't it? And the worst story really of them all, if we're looking at the bad stuff, Anna Karen, who played Olive, She, in 2002, had a fire at her home. No, 2020. Oh, crikey. She had this terrible fire and she died from the fire itself. Isn't that awful? And you may not know this, and it is quite a funny accolade, but Reg was the first man to use a cash-based cash dispenser, and it was at Enfield Towers, Barclays branch, the 27th of June 1967, and he was filmed and photographed using it, but he was the first man officially to use a cash dispenser. What an accolade, eh?
My drivers, actually. I just took them off him. Is that right?
What?
Are these yours?
Nah. No, I can truthfully say, officer, I've never seen those before in my life.
Well, he doesn't do this sort of thing very often, does he, Stan?
Nah. Mind you, he always wears that long black Mac.
Yes, and what's he got on underneath it, I should like to know.
No.
Pretty pants and a black suspender belt, I bet.
After the series had done its 6 series, there were three spin-offs: On the Buses, Mutiny on the Buses, and Holiday on the Buses. So they tried to keep it going, and it was actually going to come back as another series, but it never succeeded, I don't think. Very sadly, Lillian Varney died in 2002, and Reg, he did suffer. I mean, in 1965 he'd had a heart attack. He had another one in 1981, and then he progressed into a stroke. So he had quite bad health for, you know, large periods of his life, but he lived to a good age. He was 92 when he died, so he didn't do bad. But of course he died of an heart attack in 2008. The funny thing about the series is when you watched it, he was supposed to be a 35-year-old man on the Buses, but in actual fact he was 52 when it started. And Doris Hare, who played his mum, she was only 11 years older, and Olive, she was only 21 years younger. So there's quite a difference in age between them, but you know, you never thought about that, did you? It all worked quite well on screen. And Reg did an autobiography which was called The Little Clown, and yeah, it's a good read. It's definitely worth it. He was a very decent sort of chap really in real life. Okay, I've reached the point at where we're going to find the final resting place of Reg Varney and his ashes. There is a little story that his wife was, her ashes are here, 2002, Lillian, but there's a tiny percentage of people think that his ashes were taken to his daughter's house in Bewdley, but the majority think that the ashes are here. So this is the most likely place. So I'm going to spin you around, and we're looking for some buses, I've been told. Those are the trees where I had to look, and they said just look to the right of the trees and you'll see the buses. But as always, when you want a bus, you can't find one. Nope, I can't see a thing. If you see them, let me know. Yep, there we go. Yes, I can see the red buses. Wow, they're small though, aren't they? Ooh, there we are. Well, it's cute, isn't it? Let's have a look. Yeah, we've got 2 red buses and, yeah, 3 red buses. How cute that is. Hello, Reg. Okay, I'm going to read the stone. It's a bit overgrown, but it says, remembered with love, Ruby Perry. Don't know who that is. 29th of November 1917 to the 23rd of July 2001. And Robert Belford, 28th of April 1945 to the 5th of August 1993. And this is his wife, Lillian Emma Varney. Varney. Lillian Emma Varney. October 1915 to the 4th of November 2002. So there we are. So it's a shame his name's not on the stone, but this is his final resting place, most people believe. Thank you, Reg, for all the wonderful comedy. You were a decent guy and very professional and very funny. Well, we've come to the new bit now. It's the bit where I put the MotorHome Beep Beep flower. It's not a real flower, it's a false flower, but I don't want to do real flowers because when you cut them, you're killing them. So here we go. This is the flower I'm leaving. I'm going to get a motif with Beep Beep on, MotorHome Beep Beep, but this is for Reg and his wife, Lillian. There we go. There we are. And that'll last, won't it? There we go. Thank you, Reg and Lillian. And look at the buses. Let's have a look at the buses. Cute, aren't they? Yeah. There we are. Actually, I've just realised I should put it there. Of course I should. That's it. Oh no, it's like solid at the bottom. You can't do it. Go back to where it was. It's alright there. There we go. There we are. Thank you, Reg. Okay, I'm rather excited. I don't know why. It's because I think I found the bench quite quickly. There's so many in the green where I am. It's just down the road from the cemetery. I'll show you around, but this is the bench behind me, look. Here we go. Doo-doo. There it is, look. Reg Varney's bench with plaque. Let's move in and read it. Here we go. In loving memory of Reg Varney, 1916 to 2008, who gave laughter to so many, and his dear wife Lily. Thank you, Reg, that's super. Isn't that great? So there we are. Lovely spot, look, the green. Isn't that great? I just want to say that try and enjoy life, because we all have hiccups and problems, and we look at everyone else and we think they've got the perfect life, but they haven't. Even the celebrities, look at Bob, what happened to him. Terrible, isn't it, you know? Oh dear. But no, everybody you look at, you think they've got a perfect life, they've got everything they want, and it's not the case. We all have things we want and don't have, but we've got to be grateful for what we have got. That's the trick, innit? We live in a beautiful country. In the moment in Greece they're on fire, and we're not. It's fantastic here, it's lovely and fresh. So pick out the good things and minimise the small stuff, because it's really not worth it. And from this day on you can do whatever you want. Think of it that way. We're all lucky. Well, mostly. So thank you for watching today. My name is Alan. Don't forget a thumbs up and a comment would be lovely. I love the comments. And please subscribe if you want to see more. And I'll see you all very soon on the next one. Take care, everyone. Bye.